How long have you been doing modeling? Because that's how Caffeine and Diddy allegedly found you, is
No, that
through
was
modeling.
it wasn't a modeling agency. I produce shows like Chippendale and Magic Mike shows and touring shows. So
Oh,
I do like bachelorette and birthday parties, and they connected with me through one of those services.
you're a male stripper too?
Yeah,
Jane Doe has testified last week. Your name was brought up. Diddy apparently, I guess, hired you to, have sex with his girlfriend. There was a time where she didn't want to. She felt like she was forced to do it. Like, how did you meet Diddy and Jane Doe?
she contacted the agency because she seen my pictures and she requested a meeting with me. It was
Oh,
booked
so
with the
she
agency.
looked you up.
Yeah, they booked with the agency before, so the agency knew of them. You know what I'm saying? Like they booked other guys with this agency, as you seen in the prior with Cassie.
So what type of agency is this?
It's a companion, like you dance for bachelorette parties, and also like a companion agency. It's called Cowboys for Angels.
People who need dates and things like that or want company?
Yeah,
Isn't this kind of borderline sex trafficking a little bit?
no, it's the number one agency like that in America. It's very official. You got to do contracts. You got to sign paper. It says that sex is not a thing that's an agreement or in the contracts. So outside of the agency, it's not. That's not what they sell.
How much was the initial booking, like your first booking with Diddy and his Jane Doe?
It's 1,700 for the 4 hours, but I got paid five K for the booking.
So you knew you were going to have to perform?
I was thinking like date and dance, but I didn't know it was full throttle. But yes, I have.
Okay. Tell us about, you get to the room, you get there, you see it's the Jane Doe.
No, the Jane Doe wasn't even out yet. He answered the door.
What was your initial reaction?
I was just like, "What's up?" Shook his hand, and he was like, "You know who I am?" I knew who he was, but I acted like I didn't. I was like, "No," and he was like, "P Diddy, Puff Daddy." I was like, "You're an actor or something?" And he was like, "No." And he put a song on. I was like, "Oh, yeah." And he was like, "All right, you smoke?" And I was like, "Yeah." So we went to sit on the balcony, and he just started like asking me about my past and what I do, and like watching like some like fight videos I had. And then he got to the point where he was like, "Well, this is what's going on. I like porn, and I'm just in a space in my life where I like to create my own. And I have this sexy girl, like started talking about how good she looks and how sexy she is and how I'm going to like to dance for her." And she came out in like lingerie, you know what I'm saying? Was on the balcony and then sat and talked to her for like 25, 30 minutes. And then he was like, "I want to create a scene." And he's saying how he won't, like, he was like, "Y'all sitting at a bar, Rico walks in and you greet him and then y'all just go from there." And I'm like, he's like, "Action." And she just starts to play it. Like, she's like, "Oh, hi." And I'm like, it's just kind of weird. You know what I'm saying?
Just
So
got right to it.
yeah, like she went in full actor mode. She was like, "Hi, what are you drinking?" I was like, just playing along with it. And after like 10 minutes, I'm like, "It's kind of weird. Can I just kind of dance for you?" And she was like, "Yeah, come dance for me." And then I went inside, and on the couch and on the floor, there were just towels. Like, I didn't know the point of all the towels at first, And I'm dancing for her, and as I'm dancing for her, he hands her a bottle of baby oil, and then he sits down and like pulls out the phone. I'm like, don't record me. You know what I'm saying? He puts the phone down, but there's a laptop on the table next to him. So I go and I close the laptop, and then I go back to her and I just start dancing for her. And as I'm dancing, he's like telling her to say certain stuff, like kind of just directing her, like he's a director on like he's directing a film or something. And she just like locked in, just listening to him, and she's pouring all on me, and like I'm dancing on her, and she's rubbing me, and he just be like, tell her, be like, "Stop, go sit over there and just talk dirty," and she'll kind of do that, and then pretty much just that until we went to the bedroom.
Is that when you guys decided to, I guess, engage in intercourse when you got into the bedroom?
Yeah,
He was in the room watching?
we went in a room, and like there was like in the bathroom, it was like a circular mirror. And she was like, "I want you to dance to this song, like 3 songs." So I danced for her, like the mirror thing and the songs. And then we went to the bed, and he was sitting on the little couch thing in the room watching.
Did that make you feel uncomfortable?
As long as he won't record and I try to get in, I was cool with it.
Did he give you any vibes that he could be bisexual though? So what if he did want to get in? Because I mean, a grown man telling a woman to put baby oil on another man's body, to me is like,
No, when we were sitting outside, we were smoking and we talked for like an hour. And she was like, "Are you cool with like a threesome or a 2 minute?" And I was like, "No, I'm not cool with that." And prior to that, I had showed them like I'm a professional fighter. I let them watch like 2 of my fights. Like, nigga, if you try some shit, I'll whip your ass in here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. She asked if you were into threesomes. Now, did you take that as a bisexual threesome?
I took it as her saying like me and him on her. You know what I'm saying? But just because of the rumors, I said no, I'm not down or cool with that.
What rumors you talk about?
Just about the Diddy shit, him period, and the all white parties and freak offs. I want that nigga nowhere near me when I'm with you.
Did he give you any vibes that he could be bisexual though?
For him to want to watch, that could be a possibility, but it could be him just seeing her pleasure. But he didn't try nothing or do nothing for me to be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So him sitting in the room, like, was he jacking his dick? Because I'm just kind of going off of what he wasn't.
No.
How much baby oil was there?
In the bathtub, there was like that much water, like hot water, and there was like 12 bottles of baby oil floating in the tub, and like 6 bottles of Astroglide just floating. And I'm like, I'm paused, and I'm like, I know she at least used a bottle of baby oil that she poured on me while I was dancing on it, was doing what we doing. So like, why is there so many still? what the fuck they gonna do with all these, you know?
Yeah. It's in the tub with the Astroglide and 12 he poured all 12 bottles of baby oil?
It's not poured. It's like closed bottles just in warm water. You see what I'm saying? Like none of these bottles were open. They were just in the water, in hot water in the tub. When I see that and I stick my hand in the water, like it's kind of peculiar. And the water was hot. Like it just ran hot as water, just put all the bottles in there because they want the oil warm.
Required to go down on her?
No.
Did they ask you to?
I think they knew better, like, you know what I'm saying? They kind of caught my vibe.
So that was a lot of money. So definitely you were like, oh, if they call again, let me know.
Yeah, holla at me. I thought I was going to get more than that because it was a stack of hundreds like that sitting on the dresser. And I'm like, whew, I'm about to break her back.
What my winos doing in the chat? Are they okay? Did you know whose baby mama Jane Doe was?
I didn't until I talked to him. Remember I told you my boy?
Yeah.
Him. So the next weekend at the show, I was like, damn, bro, that's crazy. It was. And he pulled up on the phone. He was like, was this her? And I was like, yeah. I was like, how the fuck you know that? And he was like, that's 50 Cent baby mom. And I was like, no fucking way. I was like, no way. And then, I instantly, I Googled the shit, and I was like, that's crazy.
Where was the second time? Was it in Los Angeles?
Both
okay,
times.
And where'd you guys meet?
The audition, the first time, and the second place was like called Le Mirage or Le Mirage, something like that.
Same Jane Doe or different woman?
Same Jane Doe.
What happened?
She kind of like chilled and talked to me longer this time. Like we smoked, drank, and just kind of like chilled and talked for a while. And then she already had like a list of songs that she wanted me to dance to this time. She was like, I got these songs. I want you. Yeah. And I was like, okay.
You did a private dance for her?
Yep.
Where was the baby oil at this time?
It wasn't in the living room with a bunch of towels. It was in the room.
Now, hotel towels to catch this baby oil?
Yes, a whole bunch of the bitches. I'm pretty sure the hotel gave them like 6 extra towels. I walked that bitch. I was like, they trying to kill me in this bitch. And then one time, she was like, you want something to drink? And I was like, all they had was tequila. And I was like, no, I'm good. I drink red wine. So he came out the room with a bottle of red wine. And I said, strap. Like, you know, like he got the wine strapped. And he was like, huh? And I was like, strap. Like he was like, what you mean? like you got the wine, like strap. I'm not saying I have the yeah, he was like, no, I'm saying, what you mean strap? Like, I'm like, bro, relax. Like, I don't have a gun. Like, I'm saying, like, you have the wine, like you got it strapped. It's a saying. He was like, oh, I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know the saying. I'm curious. I'm learning. And I was like, relax, bro. Like, he thought I had a gun.
I mean, he was in some pretty dangerous situations. It was easy for Diddy to get hit, real easy. Yeah. I mean, he had to piss off a lot of people. So,
yeah. And I'm from Pac, you know what I'm saying? So on Slick side, I'm on Pac side, but I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you fucking his bitch for Pac, pretty much. All right, cool. You and Jane Doe just went at it?
Yep, but this time he was like pacing, so I'm like, is this nigga Slick side trying to record? So I'm watching him, and he like, you good, bro? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Just you all over the place. He's like, keep still. I can't focus on her. You walking around and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think hidden cameras were set up in the room?
I don't. I looked around, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? Because after he tried to do the phone thing, and I closed the laptop, like I'm watching to see if he still tries to pull the phone out. You know what I'm saying? And he did after that, but you never know. They could have some shit in the vent, in the ceiling. You know, but I don't think so.
Jane Doe damn near 40 years old.
Man, Jane Doe look good. She walked out and I was like, he was like, you ever seen something like that? I was like, yeah, she, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, but she's an old lady.
I don't think 40 is old. I think close to.
Yeah, I'm just saying compared to R. Kelly's girls.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So he pacing back and forth, and so what happens?
He's just asking me because he see me. He was like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just, what you walking around for? He like, bro, I'm just chilling. I'm just enjoying the show. I was like, all right. He told me to pour all on her now. So I'm pouring all on her. They got towels all on the bed and on the floor and shit. It didn't end like that though, because I didn't come. So it wasn't a situation where I come on her pussy.
Why didn't you come this time?
I guess because it was pacing so much. I was like,
He was on that.
yeah, I was like, yeah.
He was on that.
It's
He
like,
was
yeah.
on that pink powder. Look.
Yeah, I was like, it's about that time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when I went in the bathroom to take a shower, right? And that's when I see the bottles of baby oil. Like I walk in the bathroom and I'm like, because I know it was like a baby. She used damn near the whole bottle of baby oil on me. Like at one point I was like, it's too much oil. Like it's enough. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
just sliding up and down. Y'all just.
Yeah, like I'm like, it's too much. Like enough of the baby oil shit. You know.
There's nothing funny about sleeping around. The Bible says flee from sexual immorality. Y'all just treating women like they're objects. What is that, man? None of y'all have morals, all you worldly pagans in the rap industry. Y'all just destroyed the youth, you know? Nothing funny about sleeping around, you know? You can get diseases, treat your body like a temple, and not just sleep around like it's an everyday thing. It's a very special thing, man. By the way, once you have sex with a woman, they keep your semen, man. Follow my slogan, no sex, no drugs, no clubs, and you can get 1 million subscribers just like I did with God. Pure discipline, tunnel vision. Even though I got Hollywood star Christina Milian trying to sleep with me, and I'm a supermodel, and I got 1 million subscribers, still I'm a virgin like Jesus, cause I'm a prophet like Jesus. Watch.
What's up, it's Christina Milian. Have a great fight for Prophet Muslim.
No sex, no drugs, no love, no party. Just hard work, dedication, preparation, sex for the who God.
That I knew you, and I had a chance to know you. And since I had a chance to know you, I see what kind of good person you were. Boom, that was it.
The only man in the world who can do handstand push-ups with his fist.
Roger. Tell these
King Gus.
subscribe to the Prophet channel.
Oh, they got you.